Hi guys, it's Laura and today is my kind of update on the BookTubeAthon and just a random chat kind of video because I felt like it. So let's get away! So let's start off with the BookTubeAthon. So last week was the BookTubeAthon, if you didn't already know, which I'm gathering you did by the amount of BookTubeAthon videos in my subscription feed. Now, I started off really well with the BookTubeAthon, and even though I was like 4 hours behind each day, I was reading and I was doing so well. And then it went downhill. So let's start off with the first few days. Now, the first book I read for BookTubeAthon was the one I mentioned in my update, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. 1 o'clock, I started this book on day 1 and finished at 4 AM on day 2. Really enjoyed it, really recommend it, and a brilliant read. Day 2, the reading continued, and I was doing so well and really enjoying my book. I was reading Billy and Me by Giovanni Fletcher. I started this day 2, I can't remember what time, but I finished this day 3 about 4 o'clock in the morning again. And this book, loved it. Loved it even more than Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I'm a sucker for any romance, chick lit novels. Really enjoyed this one. Now, day 3, everything kind of went downhill. I really didn't feel in the mood for reading. I didn't have much daytime where I actually did read. I think I read about 50 pages of Serafina in total, I'm not entirely sure. And I was busy looking for houses because we're thinking of moving, and I spent most of the afternoon looking at Rightmove houses and phoning up estate agents. So before I was interrupted by the phone, I was saying that we were looking at estate agents, and then we got a viewing on the Thursday and spent Thursday looking at the house, and then we went to the estate agents and spent some time at my mum's house. Friday I was busy making my cake for my sister's birthday, and then Saturday we met up for a family sort of day of spending time with my sister the day after her birthday because we couldn't see her then. And it would have been nice, but things didn't go to plan, and it kind of sucks because I really want to spend a nice time with my sister, but oh well. And then Sunday I was busy working, so nothing else really happened. I probably read about another 100 pages of this. I'm still reading this book a week on from when I started it. I'm on page 290. I am almost there. It's taken me a while to get into the world, and it's very different to the other previous books I've been reading for the last couple of months. And it's really enjoyable, but there's a bit where I'm getting a bit confused of what's going on, and there's a lot of different names, and I'm confused easily, but it is really interesting, and I really can't wait to see the rest of the story, really. So yeah, BookTubeAthon didn't really go as well as I hoped. I don't understand it at all because the week before I was doing so well with my reading, and I probably would have been doing better if the BookTubeAthon was that week instead of this week. I think the problem is with the BookTubeAthon is that I was reading so well before the BookTubeAthon that the idea that I had to read and had to do stuff, and I really wanted to get involved in the video challenges, so I was pushing myself so much that when it got down to it, I was pushing myself and I didn't want to anymore. Like, I think I automatically, when someone tells me to read, I won't read. If I pressure myself to read, I won't read. Whereas if I'm enjoying myself and read it out of pleasure, it works a lot better. Which I think most of you could probably relate to. So the next thing I have for you guys is just a few books I picked up from the library. I still have one library book left to read, and that is Maybe One Day. I still have to read that one, but hopefully I'll read it soon. The other ones I got from the library are The Selection by Kira Cass. Now I've seen everyone talking about it. It's got a beautiful dress on the cover. I wanted to pick it up and see what it's about and see if I enjoyed it, so we'll be reading that one soon, hopefully. The next one also is a very popular book on BookTube, and that is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I've seen this around a lot and I've never ever read it, and I thought, do you know what, it's there in front of me, I'm picking it up and taking it home. So I've got this one as well. And as I said in my previous videos after reading Match, I ordered the next 2 books in the series. That was Crossed and Reached. Crossed has arrived and Reach has arrived, but I haven't gone to the library to pick it up. But we've got Crossed as well here for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to reading it, even though it didn't live up to my expectations the first one. I still want to continue the series to see how it goes. The final thing I want to talk about with you guys is, in general, what's going to happen the next couple of weeks, because things are going to change a little bit for me, and I may not be able to do videos and do as much reading as I hoped. Basically, we should be moving out the end of July, early August. It's all happened really suddenly, and I'm hopefully going to have a really good setup for my filming and have some lovely bookshelves and maybe do a bookshelf tour once I'm sorting myself out. But that's probably several months later once I've regained the money that is costing me for all the fees. But reading wise, it's going to be on and off because obviously it's getting closer and closer to going back to uni and I need to be getting on with uni stuff. But I am not going to be leaving my own reading because I've enjoyed so much reading my own books. And so it's going to be a bit of reading of both uni and my own reading. And it's going to be a bit iffy at the moment, me filming. I hopefully can film if I get time, but we'll just see how things go. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and I can't wait to hear your comments.